Hello everyone and welcome back. This is episode number 34 of the Future Solutions Fence and Outdoor Clip of the Day podcast. My name's Dave Gatto and I'm your host. Really good topic today. And I know that you as a business owner have asked yourself this question. I know I have. And if you haven't asked yourself this question, you will be asking yourself this question at some point. Questions is, if I were to sell my company right now, what would it be worth? What would I get paid? What would a broker say my company's worth? As is, right? I've worked X amount of years to build this company. Could I retire off this? You know, those are really, really important questions. And it's such a vague subject, right? And you talk to so many different people, they really don't know what they're talking about with it. I'm telling you guys, I have helped several business owners through my private coaching practice valuate their company. And it's very simple for me. My valuations are very accurate. If you need a valuation done, you hit me up in the comments. We'll set a time up and we will evaluate your company. I'll do it for free for you. It'll only take me 15, 20 minutes to do this. But you need to have a few things in place. Now let's just say I am working with you as a client. Right? And you're going to say, all right, Dave, what's my company worth? I'm trying to get it up to this much. I'm trying to sell this thing. I'm trying to retire. This is my exit strategy, whatever the case might be. I'm going to simply say, hey, I need 3 years of profit and loss statements, P&Ls. Maybe you don't have 3 years. Maybe you've been in business for 20 years. Maybe you're just getting into business and you're trying to, flip a turnkey, whatever the case might be. I'm going to ask for your P&Ls. Let's just say you got 3 years of P&Ls. Let's go off of that. So I'm going to analyze your P&Ls real quick. So I'm going to have a lot of this stuff prepared for you already before we even actually meet on our Zoom meeting. And I'm going to say, all right, what's the total revenue? That's your total sales for the year. So I'm going to put that in there in my proprietary software. My proprietary software, guys, is very accurate. It has over 500,000 weighted algorithms. Really good stuff. Put your total sales in there. Next thing, guys, I'm going to figure out 2 more numbers. Your gross profit margin percentile, your net profit margin percentile. And it's very easy to deduce. I'm just going to take your cost of goods sold, right? I'm going to minus that from your total sales, and I'm going to come up with your gross profit. Then I'm going to take your gross profit, this is to get the percentile, I'm going to divide your gross profit into your total revenue. And let's just say I come up with 40%. Right? Next thing, guys, is the money that you keep, your net, to keep it real simple. So after my gross profit, there's a bunch of other expenses, overhead, and different types of payroll and utilities and stuff like that that are expenses. So I'm going to take your total money that you keep, your net profit, divide that into your total sales, and I'm going to come up with your net profit margin percentile. Those are the only 3 numbers that I need for that. Right, so I got that in there. Then I'm going to analyze your 3 years of P&Ls. I'm going to say, hey, is this business in a steady state of growth? Is it in a steady state of decline? Or is it just staying the same? Nothing's happened. We're doing $1 million every year for the last 10 years. All I'm going to deduce, hey, maybe they're at 5%, 10%, 20% growth. Maybe they're at 10% decline. Obviously, if your company is in a steady state of growth, it's going to help the valuation. It's going to go up. Next thing I'm going to look at, I'm going to say, all right, what industry are you in? Are you in the HVAC industry? Are you in the fence industry? Whatever type of industry you're in, then we're going to go and we're going to look at industry data. I'm going to look at industry data. And I'm going to have this all figured out for you beforehand, off your P&Ls, right? Because I'll know what kind of company you're in, what type of industry you're in. And I'm going to say, is this industry as a whole, same question, steady state of growth, decline, or has it just been staying the same? Obviously, guys, if it's in a steady state of incline, it's going to help your valuation, right? Next thing that we're going to do, right now we're down to the actual Zoom. We're down to the actual questions. I'm going to say, all right, and this just has to be a ballpark. Most of us know this number. We can get pretty close to it. If we were to sell, if you were to sell your total, I'm asking you, if you were to sell your total assets right now, everything that's worth money, your inventory, your trucks, your equipment, your machinery, your hand tools, whatever you might have, what do you think we'd get for it? Doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Maybe you say, hey, get the big items, the vehicles, the CNC machines, the inventory, the hand tools, the table saws, all the office equipment and furniture, stuff like that. So I get that number, I put it in there. Maybe it's 400 grand, maybe it's 100 grand, maybe you don't have anything but you work off your desktop. So you don't have many assets. Whatever that number is, we're going to put that in there. The next thing, guys, I'm going to ask you is very important. I'm going to ask you, do you have your financial statements prepared by an accountant? Very important, because we need to know that you have historical records and we can show predictable statements of where your business is going. It's very important that these are audited by an accountant. That adds tremendous value to your business. The next thing is a really important one too. I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to say, hey, do you have one customer that accounts for 15% of your total revenue? Now, if you do, guys, that's a liability. That's going to decrease the value of your company. And the reason that is if you guys have a falling out or something and they're not buying off you no more, or they're not utilizing your services anymore, you just lost 15% of your revenue. Big liability. I'm not saying it's a problem if you do. I'm just saying it decreases the value of your company, right? And if you're doing, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures, and you got one vendor, one customer that brings that much, that's going to put a major dent in your pocket. Now, guys, you heard me talk about this a lot on my previous episodes, but this is one of the questions I'm going to know. I need to know. And I'm going to ask you is a large extent of your systems and processes, your standard operating procedures, are they documented? Are they written down? Does everybody know them in your company? Right? I'm going to ask that question. And if it is yes, it's going to add tremendous value to your company, because your company is going to look much more attractive to a business owner who sees that you have these systems and processes documented, your onboarding process, your administrative process, your inside sales process, your production process, your delivery process, because that tells a business owner, I don't got to come in and babysit these people. This is an asset, this company, and not a liability. This is something that if I'm not there, it's not going to fall apart. My presence is not required there all the time. I'm not going into a mess. This is a good investment. So the next thing, and this is going to add tremendous value as well, is I'm going to ask you, are your marketing and sales processes and procedures documented? And the reason that I want to know that is so they can show, so that sales can be predictable. You want to show that your sales are predictable. You have a predictable method, algorithm that you guys use, right? You guys have been tracking your stuff that you get your sales from billboards, from yard signs, from vehicle wraps, from Google AdWords, from Facebook Meta, from business cards, from your referral program, from a joint ventureship. You want to be able to track these, have these tracked, and have a system and process. Hey, we do $50,000 in direct mailers a year, and this is our return on it. The investor or somebody evaluating your company wants to see that you have this stuff documented and that they're in place. Now, guys, this is another big one. Is that I ask is a large percentile of your customers, is it reoccurring revenue? Because if it is reoccurring revenue, that will add tremendous value, probably some of the most value to your company, right? And the reason that is, guys, is because, hey, we don't got to pump a ton of marketing into this. These are not cold leads. These are hot leads. These are people who have already bought off us. They're going to buy again. They're out promoting our company. This shows that we're a reputable company, that we do really good work, because obviously they're using us again, so they're happy with our workmanship. They're happy with our products. They're happy with the way that we do business, and so they're going to buy again. So, guys, I take all that information and I crunch it in my program, and I can come up with a really good valuation for your company. If you're looking to build the value of your company, those are things that you want to focus on. Have your financials in places. Have them documented. Have all your P&Ls accurate. And with that stuff, guys, with those accurate P&Ls, I could be able to help you put a number on your business. So if you're looking to get your company evaluated, hit me up. We'll set a time. Just know I'm going to want to see your P&Ls. So, guys, I hope this episode has helped you out. I hope it has added value to you. If it has, please like, share it, and subscribe to it. That's all I got, guys. See you around.